Welcome to Seeing Green Solutions for Our Daily Lives, the podcast where we spotlight the brands, ideas, and people making it easier to live sustainably every day. Today's episode is part of our Greening My series, where we unpack our homes and our everyday routines to explore practical ways to make them a bit more sustainable. Let's dive in.
Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we're continuing our Greening My series, and for this deep dive, well, we're opening up your closet. We want to explore how we can make our fashion choices, a bit more sustainable. And we're doing it in honor of something really special, Secondhand September.
That's right. Secondhand September is a fantastic month-long public campaign. Its core mission, really driven by Oxfam, is to encourage all of us to shop pre-loved items instead of always buying new. It's a powerful way to raise awareness about the significant environmental and social costs linked to what we often call fast fashion.
Right, challenging us to rethink things.
Exactly, rethink our consumption habits.
So our mission today is to really explore recommerce. That's kind of a big umbrella term, isn't it? Covers more than just secondhand shopping.
It definitely does. It includes renting clothes, repairing items to extend their life.
Okay.
And even finding greener ways to handle our clothes when they, finally reach their end of life. It's all about creating a more circular approach to what we wear.
And it feels like this shift is really gaining some momentum, right?
Oh, absolutely. Real momentum.
Now, to fully grasp the power of recommerce, I think we really need to understand the problem it's designed to solve. The environmental impact of the apparel industry is, frankly, staggering. It touches nearly every stage.
Yeah, every single stage of a garment's life cycle. Think about the huge amounts of water and energy just for fibers and fabrics. And then there's the heavy use of chemicals and dyes and finishes. It's a lot.
And there's hidden stuff too, right? Like microplastics.
Exactly. That's a big one. Often unseen pollution. Washing synthetic microfibers, for instance, releases an estimated 500,000 tons of microplastics into our oceans every year.
500,000 tons. That's hard to picture.
It is. To put it in perspective, that's like the equivalent of 50 billion plastic bottles going into the ocean annually.
Wow.
And the water footprint, it takes roughly 700 gallons of water for just one cotton shirt.
700 for one shirt.
Yeah. And for a single pair of jeans, it skyrockets to about 2,000 gallons.
2,000 gallons?
Oh.
Goodness.
These aren't just numbers, They represent a fundamental challenge to our planet's ecosystems. It impacts everything, marine life, even our own health.
That really puts it into stark perspective. And it gets even bigger, doesn't it? The industry's overall impact.
Oh, definitely. The fashion industry is the second biggest consumer of water globally, and it's responsible for about 10% of global carbon emissions.
10%. That's more than flights and shipping combined.
That's right, more than all international flights and maritime shipping combined. And the projections are, well, pretty grim. Emissions from textile manufacturing alone, they're projected to skyrocket by 60% by 2030 if we don't make some serious changes.
Okay, so that's the making of the clothes. What about when we're done with them? The waste side.
Ah, yes, the waste, which is just immense once these garments reach the end of their first life. Estimates suggest between 80 and 150 billion garments are produced globally each year.
Billion. With a B.
With a B. Yet only about maybe 12 to 15% of that textile waste is actually recycled or reused worldwide. That's a tiny fraction.
It is. And think about this. The average American discards around 81.5 pounds of clothing and footwear every single year.
80 pounds per person.
And textiles. They can take up to 200 years to decompose in landfills. Globally, we're talking about discarding a mind-boggling 92 million tons of textiles annually.
It really sounds like a runaway train. What's driving this speed and volume? So much waste?
Well, a huge culprit here is fast fashion. This is clothing that's rapidly designed, produced, distributed, and marketed, always chasing the latest trends, usually at incredibly low prices.
Right, the stuff you see changing in stores constantly.
Exactly. Brands like Zara can go from a design concept to a store shelf in just 15 days, sometimes even 10 days.
Wow.
This rapid cycle naturally leads to excessive waste. Items are often worn only, say, 7 to 10 times before being discarded.
Only 7 times.
Sometimes. And even more shockingly, research shows 15 to 20% of U.S. consumers buy clothes that are never even worn at all.
Never worn. Just sitting in the closet.
It's a system really built on disposability. So beyond these critical environmental costs, it sounds like our wallets are also taking a pretty big hit.
Absolutely. There's a significant personal financial impact, too. The total annual global spend on clothes, it's nearing $2 trillion.
$2 trillion.
Globally, yes. And the average U.S. household spends around $1,500 each year on clothes. That's about $162 a month.
That adds up.
It really does. And let's not forget children's clothing. Kids rapidly outgrow things long before they wear out, driving even more turnover and waste. Fast fashion encourages us to buy more frequently, often for fleeting trends. So we spend more for items with a much shorter lifespan.
Exactly. So what this means for us, for you listening, is that this deep dive into recommerce isn't just about being, good for the planet. It's also about being good for your wallet.
Precisely. It's about finding smart solutions, promoting a circular economy that addresses both these environmental and financial challenges head on.
Okay, let's start with the most familiar bit of recommerce.
Yeah.
Secondhand, or as people increasingly call it, pre-loved clothing.
Right. Simply put, it's purchasing clothes that others have owned before.
And why is that such a win?
Well, from a planetary perspective, it's huge. Buying secondhand significantly reduces the demand for new production.
Less new stuff being made.
Exactly. It keeps existing clothes in circulation longer. And that lowers the carbon and water footprints tied to making new items. And for you, the listener, it's often less expensive, right? Plus, it can open up access to higher-end or luxury categories that might normally be out of reach.
That's true. I've seen that myself.
And it's not just about saving money. It reflects a really profound shift in consumer values. Pre-loved is gaining status, challenging that traditional allure of new. It's creating this powerful cultural momentum we haven't really seen before on this scale.
That's a fascinating shift in perception. What was the sort of tipping point that moved secondhand from maybe a niche thing to this mainstream trend?
I think it's largely been driven by technology and also a younger generation's embrace of sustainability and unique style. I mean, traditional thrift stores like the Salvation Army, which actually started way back in 1897.
Wow, really?
Yeah, and early online pioneers like eBay, nearly 30 years ago now, they laid the groundwork. But the landscape today has completely transformed. The U.S. recommerce market alone was $188 billion in 2023.
$188 billion, just in the U.S.
Just in the U.S., and it's expected to hit $276 billion by 2028. This explosive growth shows it's really no longer a compromise. For many, it's becoming a preferred choice.
So how has technology changed how we actually do secondhand shopping today?
Oh, in so many ways. Online marketplaces are massive now. They connect millions of buyers and sellers, making it incredibly easy to resell or shop pre-loved at scale. Think platforms like Poshmark. You can literally snap a photo and list an item in under 60 seconds.
That's quick.
It is. Or ThredUp, one of the world's largest online consignment stores, offering huge discounts, up to 90% off sometimes. For luxury items, there's The RealReal. They now use AI-powered authentication for handbags. Started that in June 2024.
AI for checking authenticity. That's clever.
Yeah, it helps build trust, which is critical in the luxury market. Then you have Vestiaire Collective, also focuses on luxury. They even became B Corp certified.
Meaning they meet high social and environmental standards.
Exactly. And they actually banned over 30 fast fashion brands from their platform in March 2024, making a clear statement.
Okay, so technology has really democratized secondhand, making it super accessible. But it's not just peer-to-peer selling, is it? We're seeing big brands getting into this, too.
That's right. We're seeing a significant move by major brands to sort of reclaim their own products and offer branded resale programs.
Why are they getting into the game? What's in it for them?
Well, it's a smart business move, really. It combines sustainability with customer loyalty. Brands like Carhartt Reworked, for example, they reduce waste by offering their pre-owned bibs and active jacks at lower prices. And they have a trade-in program where you get gift cards for sending back worn sweatshirts and outerwear.
Okay, so you get something back for your old gear.
Mm-hmm. Patagonia Wornwear does something similar. A strong trade-in program, buying back eligible gear for credit, really emphasizing keeping gear in use longer. Outerknown Pre-Loved is another example. And lots of others like American Eagle, Eileen Fisher, Lululemon are joining in. These programs extend the life of their products and also reinforce their brand values around durability or sustainability.
That makes perfect sense. And for those of us maybe overwhelmed by all the options, are there tools to simplify searching for secondhand deals?
Absolutely. And this is where technology gets even more interesting. There are online tools specifically designed to streamline secondhand shopping. Beni, for instance. It's a website, a browser extension, and an app. It searches over 300 million deals from more than 40 resale sites.
Wow, that's a lot of searching.
It is. You can even search by image. And it surfaces real-time deals on like 50,000 brand sites, helps you organize wish lists too. Faircado is another one. A shopping assistant tool and app extension that aggregates offers from multiple marketplaces, basically bringing the best deals right to you.
That sounds incredibly helpful. And for parents listening, this must be a real game changer. Kids grow so fast. Are there specific secondhand options for baby and children's clothes?
Yes, absolutely. And it's such a huge relief for parents, isn't it? Goodbye Gear is a great example. They offer quality-checked open box and used baby and kid gear. They work with over 50 premium brands and offer a 14-day return policy, which gives peace of mind.
That return policy is key.
Definitely. Up Shoes is another excellent one. They offer new and pre-loved organic baby clothing sets, often for rent, actually, up to 80% less than buying new.
Renting baby clothes. Interesting.
Yeah. And they include free insurance against damages, use natural cleaning products for the pre-loved stuff. It's very thoughtful. You also have services like Rebel Stork, used to be Rebel Stork, now just Rebel and Swopers, and branded resale from places like Hannah Anderson and T Collection. It really tackles that constant need for the next size up.
Okay, moving beyond buying pre-loved.
Yeah.
Let's talk about clothing rental.
Mm-hmm.
This is where you borrow clothes for a set time, then send them back to be cleaned and recirculated.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you can even buy the item if you love it.
Exactly, usually at a discount. The benefits here are really clear, both for the planet and for you. For the planet, rental services maximize how much each garment gets used. This reduces the overall demand for new production and keeps items circulating longer.
Makes sense. More wears per item.
Precisely.
Ooh.
And for you, it offers affordable access to luxury items or maybe special occasion wear you'd only wear once. It keeps your wardrobe feeling fresh with variety, drastically reduces closet clutter.
Oh, definitely the clutter part.
Right. And of course, it saves money. It's really about experiencing fashion without the long-term commitment of ownership.
It's a concept that's really grown, hasn't it? I remember it starting mostly with, like, tuxedos or formal dresses.
That's right. Special occasion rentals were the start. But it's evolved into these quite robust monthly subscription models offering a rotating wardrobe.
What do you think is the sort of psychological shift happening when someone chooses to rent instead of own their clothes?
That's a great question. I think it taps into a desire for novelty, but without the burden. You know, we often want to try new styles, experiment, wear something different for an event, but buying a new outfit every time is expensive and, well, unsustainable. Rental gives you that freedom of expression and variety without adding to textile waste or making your closet overflow. It's almost a liberation from ownership.
A liberation. I like that. Transforms the closet from a static collection to something more dynamic.
Exactly. A dynamic, ever-changing selection.
And the market is reflecting that. What kinds of rental services are out there now?
Oh, there are diverse options. For everyday fashion, you've got services like Rent the Runway. They offer designer clothing subscriptions, new items weekly. Laundry and dry cleaning are included. No late fees, no damage fees.
That sounds convenient.
Very.
Mm-hmm.
Newly lets you pick 6 items each month for $98 from hundreds of brands. Again, laundry, cleaning, shipping, returns, all covered. You can pause or cancel anytime. There's also Armoire and HURR, which is UK-based, but offers a global resale collection too with big discounts.
And for kids, you mentioned UpChoose earlier.
Yes, UpChoose does rental bundles of organic baby clothes by age size. You just swap for the next size when needed. Solves a perennial parent problem. Cubby Kit is another one. You can even find specific rentals for maternity wear from places like Hatch and Mine for 9, or high-end luxury from Wardrobe or Vivrel.
And what about peer-to-peer, renting from other people?
Yeah, that's growing too. Platforms where you rent directly from other community members, like Pickle or Ressuit. Ressuit actually features a size match algorithm to help find the perfect fit, which is clever. And they handle secure transactions, giving users control. RNTR, which is now called Revibe, is another.
Lots of flexibility. Monthly boxes or just one-off rentals for an event.
Exactly. And I have to reiterate, it's just so practical for children's clothes. As any parent knows, they're outgrown so quickly. I remember buying a jumper for my son. Felt like it was too small the moment it arrived.
Oh, I know that feeling. Rental really solves that specific pain point.
Definitely.
Okay, let's shift gears again. Let's talk about repair. Getting more life out of what you already own.
Yes, absolutely vital. Repair means extending a garment's life by fixing or refreshing it. Could be simple, like sewing on a button, mending a seam, patching up some denim, or more involved like resoling favorite shoes.
Or tailoring something to fit better.
Exactly. Tailoring to update a fit, or even embracing visible mending, which is quite cool.
Visible mending, what's that?
It's where the repair itself becomes a creative feature. Maybe using a colorful patch or distinct stitching, making it part of the garment's unique story and look.
Oh, I like that idea. Turning a flaw into a feature.
Precisely. And the benefits of repair are huge. For the planet, it critically reduces textile waste, slows the demand for new stuff, keeps clothes out of landfill. Just to give an idea on footwear alone, nearly 1.5 million tons of waste comes just from new shoe manufacturing each year. That doesn't even count discarded used shoes.
Wow.
And for you, repair saves money compared to constantly replacing things. It keeps your favorite pieces in rotation longer, and it can add sentimental value, caring for something over time.
It feels like reestablishing a relationship with our clothes rather than just seeing them as disposable.
That's a great way to put it.
It's interesting how our culture around repair shifted, though. It used to be the norm, right?
Yeah.
Cobblers, tailors, home sewing.
Absolutely. It was standard practice. But then fast fashion came along. Clothes got so cheap that repairing often seemed like more hassle or expense than just buying new.
But thankfully, it's making a comeback now as part of this circular fashion movement.
Yes. Definitely resurging. It's seen as vital.
What do you think was the biggest barrier, and how are we overcoming it? Convenience, cost.
I think convenience and the perceived low cost of new items were big barriers. But that's changing. There are way more options for repair now. You still have your local tailors, cobblers, alteration shops. Find a good one. But many brands are also stepping up with their own repair programs. We mentioned Patagonia's worn wear. They include product care and repair.
Right.
Carhartt Repair fixes zippers, buttons, snaps, small holes. Nudie Jeans is famous for their free jeans repo. Arc'teryx has Rebird. And independent startups are popping up. Collars Direct is a great example. Online shoe, boot, handbag, belt repair by mail.
Repair by mail, how does that work?
You can ship items direct or even drop them off at a DSW store. They even offer free online repair consultations to see what's possible.
That blends old craft with modern convenience perfectly.
It really does. And then there's the DIY side.
Right, for the more hands-on folks.
Yeah. Visible mending has become almost a trend, a form of personal expression. You can find tons of online tutorials, and community repair cafes are popping up where people share skills and tools. It builds skill and that connection with your clothes.
Love the idea of repair cafes. Okay, one more piece of the recommerce puzzle. Return programs. Or take-back programs.
Yes, this is where you return clothes to the brand or retailer at the end of their useful life. The goal is for those items to then be potentially resold, repaired for resale, recycled into new materials, or at least responsibly disposed of.
And the benefits.
Well, it's dual layered again. For the planet, these programs are crucial for keeping textiles out of landfills and hopefully enabling material recovery. And for you, the consumer, they often come with nice perks. Store credit, discounts, loyalty rewards. It incentivizes bringing items back instead of just tossing them.
A win-win, potentially.
Potentially, yes.
So how do they usually work? Is it easy? And are they really making a dent, considering the huge volume of waste?
Good question. The ease varies, but it's often quite straightforward. You might find drop-off bins in stores, or the brand might give you a prepaid mailback label. Once returned, items get assessed, maybe cleaned and resold, maybe repaired for resale, or downcycled, turned into something like insulation. Not new fabric, but still useful.
Downcycled. Okay.
The aim is material recovery. As for impact, it depends heavily on the program's scale and what actually happens to the returned items. Is it true recycling or just collection? But the fact that so many major brands are adopting these programs signals a significant shift towards circularity. It creates a collective effort, which is important.
And we are seeing more brands doing this now.
Oh, absolutely. H&M has had its global garment collecting program for years. Levi's offers secondhand resale and recycling options. The North Face has Close the Loop. Madewell has a denim recycling program, partners with Cotton's Blue Jeans Go Green initiative. Carhartt Reworked also supports that for repurposing denim.
Interesting connection there.
Yeah. Eileen Fisher Renew is a great model. They actually resell and even remake garments from returned pieces. And just recently, January 2024, Gap partnered with ThredUp, allows customers to trade in used Gap apparel for store credit.
So it's definitely a growing trend, a move towards taking responsibility for the end of life.
Exactly. A real commitment to circularity, moving beyond just symbolic gestures towards more tangible solutions.
Okay, wow. We've covered a lot of ground today. Secondhand, rental, repair, returns. Now, as we like to do, let's try and distill this into maybe 3 practical, actionable tips for putting recommerce into action, for really greening my closet.
Sounds good. Okay, tip number 1. Start with what you already own.
Shop your closet first.
Exactly. Before you even think about buying anything new, really shop your own closet.
Hmm.
Look for ways to restyle pieces you haven't worn in a while. Mend those small rips or loose buttons. Maybe even organize a clothing swap with friends.
That's a fun idea.
It is, and remember this. Extending the life of your clothes by just 9 months can reduce their environmental footprint. Carbon, water, waste by up to 30%.
9 months, 30% reduction. That's significant.
It really is. It's about appreciating what you have and getting creative first.
Okay, great way to kick things off. So once we've exhausted our own wardrobe possibilities, what's tip number 2?
Tip number 2, try recommerce first. When you genuinely do need something new for your wardrobe or replacement, something for an occasion, make it a habit to check resale, rental, or maybe even repair options before you automatically default to buying brand new.
Okay, make that the first stop.
Make it the first stop. Remember all those marketplaces we talked about? Poshmark, Depop, ThredUp, the rental services like Rent the Runway or Newly, even those brand take-back programs for specific items, they're all designed to keep clothing in circulation. Just making that initial check can make a real difference. And honestly, you might find something amazing and unique.
That's true. The thrill of the hunt. Okay, and for our third tip.
Tip number 3 is make one habitual swap.
One specific habit.
Yeah, this one is all about building consistency. Pick just one recommerce habit that feels manageable for you and commit to sticking with it. Maybe you decide, okay, from now on, I'm always going to buy my jeans secondhand. Or perhaps I'm going to rent an outfit for every wedding or big party instead of buying. Or maybe it's, I'll always return my worn-out sneakers to a take-back program. Just pick one thing.
Why just one?
Well, the power of focusing on just one category or action is that it makes it much easier to turn that sustainable choice into second nature. It becomes automatic. Small, consistent actions really do add up over time. They build confidence and make a genuine impact without feeling overwhelming.
Start small. Build the habit. Makes sense. This deep dive really shows that secondhand rental and repair aren't competing ideas. They're incredibly complementary ways to green your closet.
Absolutely. Each method plays a vital role in creating a more sustainable fashion future. And the great thing is, they're more accessible, more convenient, and frankly, more stylish than ever before.
Yeah, the stigma's definitely fading, isn't it?
Completely. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, it kind of reframes how we think about indulgence, you know? Recommerce allows you to access better style, amazing brands, often at a lower cost, all while having a much lighter footprint on the planet.
So you can still enjoy fashion.
Exactly. You can have more of what you love, experiment with style without that heavy environmental price tag. You can indulge your fashion sense while being kind to the earth. It's not about deprivation. It's about smart choices.
That's a great way to think about it. So this Secondhand September, we really challenge you listening. Try just one swap for yourself. Whether you decide to thrift something, rent an outfit, or finally repair that favorite jacket, make that one conscious choice. And join our community. We share more simple, practical ways to live lighter. If you're interested in learning more about creating a greener home and daily life, definitely explore our other deep dives. You can also find loads more resources and examples of trailblazing solutions online at www.seeinggreen.eco. And follow us at Seeing Green Eco across all your favorite social media channels for ongoing tips and solutions. Thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive into greening your closet.
Thanks for listening.
Until next time.
This episode is for informational purposes only and does not constitute medical, legal, or professional advice. Always consult relevant experts when making changes to your home, health, or habits.